Hey everybody! So today we have Liam here. He came first at Galway Locals and he was playing Rookie Rush. So we're going to talk to him a little bit about his deck and everything like that. So, Liam, hi.
Hello,
How are you?
how's it going? I'm good, how are you?
So you were playing the Galway Locals today and you came first. How the fuck did you do
I have no idea.
that?
Somehow I didn't drop a game all day. Everyone I beat 2-0. Everyone there was super friendly. It was my second tournament, I guess. Yeah, second tournament.
Your
I
second
haven't been playing
tournament
the
and you
game long.
came first. My God.
Yeah, quite happy
Good
with my
job.
deck, not me.
Good job.
Thanks, thanks.
So, like, what made you play Rookie Rush in the first place? I heard it's like one of the most hated decks ever.
I didn't notice when I built it. Right, my roommates bought loads of Yu-Gi cards. I asked could I like look at the cards. I saw Vmon. I was like Vmon's Bay, and then they're like we'll build you a Vmon deck. They built me all Force Vegramon. Played that for a bit. Didn't like it, and then they were like, well let's just give him Rookie Rush. So I built Rookie Rush, and then I went to my first tournament and got like slandered for playing Rookie Rush because apparently no one likes it. So didn't do well at the second one. I guess X2 or something. But then this one I played a little bit more and had a little better understanding for the game and came first.
Did
Yep.
you, were you beaten by any other decks, like, even in singular games or anything like that?
No. Every game was or every match was a 2-0. Pretty quick as well. It gave me a lot of time for breaks.
You
It was
2-0'd
nice.
everybody in, how many play, there was, oh no, I don't know, there was 10 players today, because I was also playing
Ten
that.
players, yeah.
But,
4 rounds, yeah.
you didn't play against me, that's obviously why you came first. Obviously.
Yeah, that could have been definitely been it. You know, avoiding yellow with Rookie Rush is probably like the thing you need to do, but alas.
Okay, and what got you into Digimon in the first place?
Everyone's kind of watched as a kid, maybe a little less so than Pokemon, but like I watched Digimon when I was growing up. Not a lot of it, but then again, like I said, roommates bought cards. So I was like, okay, let me play, please,
Let's play
please, Mister.
Digimon. Okay, so do you want to get into the deck profile?
Yeah, of course.
Let's go. Okay, so show us your Rookie Rush deck profile.
Okay. So this was heavily inspired by Huang Zero made a list a while back, so it's pretty close to one of his old lists.
I can put a link down below to that list
Yeah,
if
of
you want.
course.
You can send it on to me there.
So for the eggs, you just play five or four Upamon. Sorry, if you can play five, you play five. You can play the fifth as your Demi Devimon if you're scared of going into grinding games. But my theory is go hard or go home as fast as you can. You can't catch me on the Gingerbread Man. So you play four Upamon. Then onto rookies. We'll just start with the greens. You chuck in four Auroromon. It's 2 cost 5k DP.
Vanilla,
It's
yeah.
huge. Like. Even though like there's cards out there now after BT4 that can still kill 5k and lowers, but alas, what can you do? After Auroromon, you play the 3 Leolmon and the 1 Mushroomon, right? And I know what you're thinking. Why isn't this a Fort Leolmon? And it's because I keep forgetting to put the fort in. Um, so I kind of hindered myself today by not having the extra 5k green guy.
Would you have done better if you had the fourth Leal, do you think?
I
Although you
couldn't
couldn't
have
have
done
done
any
better. You couldn't have done any better. So how did
I
you
don't
hinder
mean to
yourself?
be like that, but
How
what's
did you
that?
hinder yourself if you couldn't have done any better? Maybe the Mushroomon is actually your win condition.
I could have had an extra minute or two, I guess, on breaks. I don't know. Then still sticking with the green, you play 2 Vegemon, and it's to keep up with the with Rookie Rush. You're basically throwing down a lot of dudes on play. So you're missing out on the draw that every other deck gets to do when they're digivolving in their breeding area or up here. So playing Vegemon, the level 4 is just a cheap 6k unit that allows you to draw, so you can like play a little more than you would if you're just pooping out rookies.
Yeah.
And then the last of our green cards are 4 Puppetmon, 1 altered. Unfortunately, I'm working on getting the other 3, but alas, I borrowed them off people. So
Yeah.
yeah, 4 Puppetmon. I bricked somehow. I played 25, 24, 25 rookies. Game 1, round 1, I saw no blue rookies, so I couldn't do anything in the breeding area for 5 turns. So I killed her with 3 Puppetmons instead because I bricked with Puppetmons.
So you couldn't
Um,
go use your You couldn't.
As in,
You
my
couldn't
my
digivolve
breeding
into.
area
You
is all
couldn't.
blue.
Yeah, you couldn't digivolve into a rookie rush or into a rookie at all. So your breeding
I
zone was
think I
essentially
summoned like
empty,
yeah, pretty much. I just didn't breed any eggs. Made
and
it
you
seem like I knew what I was
still
doing.
won. That's crazy. That
It
is
was just a
crazy.
puppet mons, yeah. And I think I saw one Aurora mon started off, and then it was just puppet mon beat them because they kept surviving security checks.
Fair.
Then onto the blues, we have for the Bay V-mon, best card.
Is Bay, yeah.
Jamming V-mon, like what more can you say? Then
True.
you play 3 altered and 1 non-altered Gabumon on play draw. This is again to like make up for he looks like a Bistweller from Yu-Gi-Oh. This to make up for again the draws that you're lacking that other decks have just inherently by playing the game.
Yeah.
we don't play the game, so you have to like make it up by playing something like Gabumon. Even though he's 1k, you still can bring him up into a Gorillamon or an XVmon or something.
Fair.
Little 2k guy, so you can start memory depriving early on. If you're both trading back and forth memory wise, like trying to put your opponent on one memory. Elekbon helps with that. It's also good to see blue rookies.
For your option cards and your tamers, correct?
Penguinmon, he's the blue rookie with 5k attack. You don't play more of him because it costs 1 to digivolve him. So if you're going first and you see a Penguinmon, you usually throw a Vmon or an Elekmon, or you avoid putting a Gabumon on your breeding area egg. But if you see this guy, it means you can put your opponent on 1 if you're going first, which is nice. But you only get to put out 1 Digimon, so you're kind of losing tempo, but you're also like depriving your opponent, which is nice. 5k, yeah. Fair 3 cost.
Yeah.
He's a little expensive, like. 2 Strabamon. This is the new BT4 stuff. Hybrids are very cool.
Yeah.
You play 2 Strabamon basically on play. You reveal the top 3 cards and then look for a Davis, or you look for a Lobomon, or himself if he comes up, but you play 2 of it because you don't want to see him very often. You'd rather see the rest of your rookies. He's small DP. It's just on the off chance you get to. I've whiffed on him a couple of times. There's a lot of times where you reveal the top 3 and see neither Davis nor Hybrid. So yeah,
that's fair.
He's good. You probably could play none of them.
There was one guy who had
my opinion.
There was one guy with a black card. He that shows the top 5, and you can only add 2 certain cards from it, and it kept happening where he had to just put all 5 cards at the bottom of a deck. Is very sad today.
Oh gosh, yeah, that's not ideal.
Whatever. Yeah.
Gorillamon, same theory as Vegemon, except it's Vegemon is like a what? Vegemon is a 4 play on cost. On play cost at 4. Well, this is the same stats except a 6 cost. So, but you still play for the same theory. You need to catch up on the fact that you don't get to draw.
Well, Vegemon's unique like that anyway. In fairness.
And it's cool that you can turn your Gabumons who are only 1k into 6k Gorillamons for 1.
Yeah.
Means a rookie. It means that your Gorillamon will have a higher chance of surviving security checks than your Gabumon would.
Yeah.
Then the other Bay XVmon, best to like attack with a green first and then put him on like your even if you have the Jamming Vmon.
Yeah.
Where's the boy? If you have like a Jamming Vmon and a Vegemon, like everyone's it's true that you'd like to like poke at them with this with Jamming and then restand it with the XVmon and swing like this.
Yeah.
But like telling people that makes them forget that like it is more profitable to attack with this first and then put this on the XVmon and put this here. Or I think it's in better scenarios where the Vmon isn't even a Vmon if it's like Gabumons and stuff.
Yeah, of course.
Attacking with the green first and then trying to restand your green before you even look at attacking with the blues, because you need your blues to survive to be able to summon the XVmon.
Okay.
Which is like something that's forgotten a lot. And then the last of our blue Digimon is Bay Lobomon. He is literally the best card in the game right now. Undoubtedly.
Why is that?
I'll talk about a cool like little thing at the end of the profile that explains why he's like so good.
Okay.
But basically 5 cost, 5k, 2 to digivolve. You can digivolve him on top of Davis's, or blue,
really
blue
cool.
Tamers as a Digimon. You get the draw off him, and if your Davis was there from the turn beforehand or more, you get to attack with him on top of that.
Okay. Nice.
Then non-Digimon cards, 4 Davis, because you can search it with the Strabamon, and even having multiples of them, because you're going to be turning them into Lobomons, means having multiples of them is completely fine, even though they all do the same thing. But you want to search with them as well. It's really cool.
Of course.
Hammer Spark, very cool. You can
Hammer
memory
Spark.
deploy your opponent early. You hate that card, yeah. Security check is always cool. If people hit this in security, ending their turn straight away is nice.
Yeah,
Um,
it saves you a lot of
doing
time.
doing plays and then making sure that you're still at 1 so you can pop them on them and put them on 10 is cool. Yeah, Hammer Spark's very cool. And then the last two is a Positron Laser and Flower Cannon. this should realistically be 2 flower cannons, and then even more realistically should be 2 needle sprays, but the green structure decks haven't arrived yet. So I couldn't find a second flower cannon, so I just chucked in an extra positron laser. This came up as well. This one of came up during the rounds as well. I'll talk to you about that now because that's the end of the list.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I was talking to my roommate during the rounds about he was telling me how high roll rookie rush was, and I didn't know what he meant by that. But it's very like you fully commit your boards into dying. You literally swing like multiple rookies at your opponent's security, and you just assume they're gonna die. Like it's fine if they die because you just have a handful of them to go again.
Yeah.
So I didn't realize how like of a high roll it is, as in like it's high risk and high reward is what I'm trying to say. Sorry. Basically, there's times where you should play a little safer and hope your opponent can't kill you. But then there's times where you just need to go for game. And one of the times where I was like, you know what, I'm just going to pray my security stack has 1 positron laser in it. The general consensus of it was I had 4 rookies on board. My opponent was attacking for game. I had an Upamon underneath one of my Elecmons. And I had 1 security left. And while he's attacking for game, I prayed at my last security card as a positron, and it was. So it meant I turned off 2 of the guys that were going to attack for game. And he ends his turn by dropping an extra blocker down. So now he's on 4 blockers. I also had 2 Davises at this point. My hand was pretty garbage. Like I couldn't see myself winning. It was literally all to do with praying I had a positron.
Yeah.
So when it got back to my turn, I was facing 4 blockers. What I did was attack with these 3. They obviously died to 3 blockers. That's fine. Get rid of them, and then I attacked directly, or I attacked the security with the Elecmon. That died to a blocker, but I got to draw off the Elecmon, which let me draw into a Lobomon. So this died to the 4th blocker.
Okay.
My opponent still had 1 security left.
Okay.
And I had 4 mana. So I Lobomon on top of Davis, and because I Digivolved, I drew into a second Lobomon. So I attacked his last security with Lobomon. It was something large, so it died. And he's like, cool, I get to win now. And then I was like, oh yeah, I'll pay the last 2 for another Lobomon and attack directly. So
That's
very, very gimmicky, but it worked out in the end.
That's actually crazy. That was your 3rd game of that round, yeah?
No, this was game 2. Like I didn't really need to win that game to be able to keep playing, but it was nice that did happen.
That's really, really funny.
When it needed to happen just to win that individual game. It's always best to look at each game as you need to win it.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you start looking at it as like, oh, I can afford to lose game 2 because I'll just play game 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, never do that.
Yeah.
Especially with security. Like security in this game is so different to playing in Yu-Gi-Oh! You lose hope really fast in Yu-Gi-Oh! While in Digimon, your security checks can be literally game changing, like that positron was.
Yeah.
Like staring down 4 blockers playing Rookie Rush, you just assume you just scoop that game. But then seeing the positron and the draws off Lobomon and the Elecmon.
Positron, there's Hammer Spark, and there's other cards that are like Hammer Spark that will literally end your opponent's turn the second they hit your security. So cards like that are really, really nice. Or like you just magically have like a Chaosmon Valor Arm in your security stack, and then they go to kill with their big monster, and it kills the big monster. So yeah, it's a game of like believe in the heart of the cards, definitely.
For sure. Yeah, definitely never give up your games. And I'll never do it now after seeing that positron play. But yeah, it was really fun to play. I think I'll try new decks. But always have Rookie Rush like in my heart, so I'll always go back to it if I never like another deck. But I need to start looking into other decks because I'm very unfamiliar with a lot of the other cards.
No, thank you for sharing your deck profile with us today, and
no problem.
Everyone go to lumpchopart.com. He makes some fabulous mats and other products, and also does commissions. So thanks everybody. Bye.